Hello, welcome to yet another episode of The Digest. My name is Francesca. Now, as you know, Zambia currently hosts over 84,500 refugees and other persons of concern, mainly in Maheba settlement in Northwestern Province, Mayukwayukwa in Western Province, and Mantapala in Luapula Province. Aside hosting, there continues to be a challenge in improving the livelihoods of these refugees that are being hosted in Zambia. This week on The Digest, we feature Edidia Banza, a refugee who has braved all odds to learn a survival skill uncommon to women. There are economic vulnerabilities predominant in the refugee settlements that place youths at risk of undertaking viable livelihood activities. United Nations High Commission for Refugees, UNHCR, in responding to this challenge, entered into a collaborative partnership with Jewel of Africa to provide opportunities that equip refugees and Zambians with vocational skills. One such story is of a young lady who doesn't even remember her life before she came to Zambia with her parents because she was still an infant.
Yeah, the story of Banza is a very interesting one and very inspiring story because Banza is one of the many refugees who arrived many years into Zambia and they've received a lot of support from the Zambian government. So as a child, she has schooled in Zambia. She has lived close to Zambians and she's done everything in Zambia. So what she knows as home is Zambia. And Edidia has been very, very inspiring because last year UNHCR got into partnership with the Jewel of Africa to support refugees and Zambians in training or apprenticeship that will help them build skills that for their livelihoods. So Didi is one of the refugees who was identified in the communities from a number of other many youths who were selected. And she was enrolled for this apprenticeship program at Jewel of Africa, where she's doing very well. And you can imagine having been a refugee for all those years, and she's been able to go through all those obstacles in life.
My name is Edidia Banza. I'm 19 years old and I'm from DRC. Yeah, I'm a refugee here. Yeah. I came with my parents, both mom and dad. And I came with that was, I've been here in Zambia for, I should say, should be 18 years. From 18 years, yeah. I can't lie about the story, how they came here, I don't know. I was a child here. I know nothing until now. I only know that they were running away from something, but I don't know what they were running from.
Edidia Banza is a 19-year-old Congolese who came to Zambia at 1 year old from the Democratic Republic of Congo. She has grown up as a refugee here in Zambia, and today she shares her story as a refugee who has excelled as an apprentice in lapidary and dreams of owning her own jewel shop. Lapidary relates to the engraving, cutting, or polishing of stones and gems.
Okay, it has been quite so well because what I know is that we are living free here in Zambia. Nothing has been affecting us as a family because we are supported by the UNHCR, which is the life that we are living right now. It's just okay. As for me, it's just okay. I was educated here in Zambia. The first school, it was Gate of Life. The second was Virtuous Private School. Then Red Diana. I completed my grade 4 exam at Virtuous Private School last year. Yeah, in 2019 last year.
There are economic challenges that refugees face, but The UNHCR, in partnership with the Jewel of Africa, have initiated apprenticeship programs to equip the refugees and Zambians with vocational skills.
UNHCR got into collaboration, or we did approach Jewel of Africa, and through the discussions we had, the idea is to build the potential that refugees come with. Remember, when refugees cross borders into host country, one of the things that they carry along with them is the skills and experiences, as well as the innate knowledge that they have. So UNICEF is running a program called Made 51 that identifies these innate skills, the artisanal skills that they have, and help them to build their potential and include them in different artisanal value chains. So in Jewel of Africa, one of the things that we identified is the need to train them in what we call lapidary. Lapidary is a skill that is more on cutting gemstones, polishing, and producing jewelry. So at Jewel of Africa, through our discussion and collaboration, we identified a number of youths from the community who are mobilized, and a screening process was done. And from that screening process, we were able to identify a few who were then brought here and joined other Zambian youths to train on this very special skill called lapidary. And with this skill, which is not very common with many people, it is a skill that will be able to help them meet their needs in future, because then they can be able to be self-employed, they can go out there and use the skills to be able to meet their needs, or they can get employment in a place like Jewel of Africa.
I'm a cutter here at Jewel of Africa, and how I find myself here is whereby the UNHCR, they've got programs for refugees each and every year. So in that program for refugee, I find myself in, whereby they needed 20 people to come here at Jewel of Africa to be interviewed about a certain work. We didn't know that it would be interviewed about jewel or cutting of stones. We didn't know. We just came here 20, so they interviewed us. That was in February. They interviewed us, and they told us that they'll pick 6 in that group of 20 people. So I was happy that I found myself in that 6th group. Yeah, we just received a phone call that you've been chosen in the 6th group, so you should come here so that you can start working. So our instructor came by that time. He came, then he told us to choose what we will be able to do here. It's either you go to jewelry or start cutting. By then it was very challenging, the cutting of stone. It was challenging, but I begin to like it again. The remaining boys said that no, we can't do this. Let us just join the jewelry. But I remain alone as a girl. I really liked the cutting of stones. Yeah, it was very, very interesting for me. Though I'm still facing some challenges, but I know that I'll make it. As I'm learning, I'll make it. The more I learn, the more I know. Yeah. Cutting stones, that wasn't my dream. Neither was it my idea. I didn't know even that there is cutting of gemstones. There is different stones in this world. I didn't know. So it was, I don't know if some people told me that it was my gift that was hidden into me, and I was just waiting for someone to come and put it out for me to know that I've got this gift of cutting. Yeah. I began just to like it when I was learning, seeing some different stones, beautiful stones, and how they come beautiful when you cut them. It was so interesting that I want to know more about stones. I like stones, so that's what I can say. The first stone that I've ever cut, it was amethyst. I started with amethyst, which is purple in color. Yeah, I started with amethyst, rough preformed. The shape that I started with, it was round. I was trained to round. Yeah. So far I've got a few stones, which is amethyst, citrine, black tourmaline, and aquamarine. I've heard a lot of people saying that cutters, they are only men. There are more cutters, they are only men. They've never seen a female cutter, I don't know. But I want to also experience that I can do it as a female cutter. I feel like I can do it, then out there my friends also can do it. If I can do it here, they also can do it there. I feel good doing this work as cutting because I'm a female here, alone cutting. There might be the female jeweler there, but there should be also a female cutter there. I feel happy because I'm a female cutter just alone cutting stones there. I don't feel intimidated by the men here, no. I'm just free, associating with them free. I'm just okay here, I'm free. It is my teacher who tells me, Ben, it is my teacher. He encouraged me. Because sometimes I just feel like quitting, stopping. Because the challenges that I face on cutting, it is quite hard. Sometimes I just feel like stopping it, but you always encourage me that no, do this and that. Because when I keep on doing something, it is bad. It's not that it is bad because I failed. No, it's only that I wasn't following the instructions when
Okay, basically when they came in, there were actually the 5 of them. There are still the 5 of them. But among the 5, she's the only one who's doing basically gemstone polishing and cutting. And then this is basically the person that I really never thought would make it. Because I remember at some point when they just started, they posed the question like to say, who would you want to incorporate in gemstone polishing and cutting? I'd wanted to push her off to say if she can go to say, and then jewelry. But herself insisted that I cannot do jewelry, I want to do gemstone polishing and cutting. And the reason why I decided to do that is because she was slow in understanding. But once she gets there, she was actually really good at it. Then I allowed that. I basically allowed that. I incorporated in gemstone polishing, and as time went on, she started improving until she basically got better. Now, she doubted herself. That's the reason why she was even kind of slow the time she was beginning, because she was really doubting herself. She was working in conjunction with men, and then she thought, no, men were actually more dominant than her. But I kept on telling her, no. The reason why you're doing this is because you think ABC, ABC. So you basically need to snap out of that and start believing more in yourself. That's the thing. I would give her a work at some time, and she thought maybe I was punishing her, but I saw something in her. I saw the light behind the back, basically. What I can say right now is she knows how to cut. The only thing that she basically needs to work on is just experience. Other words, when it comes to all the things that she needs to know in gemstone polishing and cutting, I think she knows it all. She knows it all. She has the hands. She understands the critical angles, which is the most important thing in gemstone polishing and cutting. She knows all that. The only thing that is remaining is just experience.
my dreams are, I want to be someone who will change the world through this work that I'm doing. I want this work to build my life, and I want to see myself having a company like this.
Yeah, just like many other youths, both refugees and Zambians, the ultimate goal is for them to be able to build their livelihoods in a very sustainable manner. And of course, their dreams are valid because it starts from this kind of initiative where they are helped to build their skills, and then they get a way of meeting their needs. Then they're able to access other sources to build their own enterprise. I would advise them to continue being committed. And Edith has come out to be one of the best apprentices because she's excelled. And that's a very good indicator that she can be able to, amongst all the odds that she has gone through as a refugee girl, she can be able to go further. And so I will just only tell her that the future is bright for her and many other youths.
Okay, my achievements I can able differentiate the stones if they've got inclusion inside, if they are ready to be cutted or not, and I can able to cut few of some shapes that are being that are on demand that I should cut for some client to come and buy. I've cut round, oval, pear, octagon, and square. Yeah, and I'm able to know the stones by their names. Like this is citrine, amethyst. I never used to know any stone, aquamarine, and that's my favorite stone.
Diamonds are said to be a girl's best friend, and a certain brightness is clearly visible on Edidia's face when asked what stones she liked to cut and what stone she dreams of cutting one day.
Aquamarine, and that's my favorite stone, aquamarine. Diamond is a very special stone. I might say that it's also expensive, and it's different from other stones because the stone the critical angle that we cut the rest of these stones, amethyst, aquamarine, citrine, is different from the diamond. Diamond has the low critical angle, but it has got the high reflective angle. Yeah, for this amethyst, they have got a high critical angle but a low reflective angle. So I like diamond. Even if you cut it at the low critical angle, it will still have light in it. It will still show up.
Even though Edidia is a refugee, she is confident of herself and encourages others who might want to take up lapidary or stone cutting.
Okay, I would like to encourage that girl outside there that what a man, a boy, can do, it's also what you, a girl, a lady, a mother can do. There's nothing impossible. Never say never in life. Even if this thing, it wasn't my dream. I didn't like it, it wasn't my dream, but I just found it was in me. I never knew that it was in me, it just came out that I started cutting. So don't be shy, don't be afraid that this work it is for men, boys, or what and what. No, just have confidence to yourself that I can do it, I can make it. Try, there's no harm in trying. In terms of work, there's nothing you can fail you as a lady, a girl, a mother. Just try, have confidence in yourself, have faith in yourself, have that courage that you can do it. If I can do cutting, I've never seen a female cutter. I've only seen male cutter cutting on the TV. I've never seen a female. So I'm happy that I'm a female cutter here at Tour of Africa, and you may be the next one to start cutting. It is very interesting. I'm sure that if you try it, you will like it. You'll never go wrong in life.
But what is the way forward for the UNHCR with regards to such opportunities?
We are already looking at how to give this kind of opportunity to many other young people who are here in Zambia, both refugees and the Zambian youths. So UNHCR and Jewel of Africa, we are exploring other ways of scaling up the support and the training, and also trying to build other product lines that are related, that will help us to reach more refugees or more youths, both Zambians and refugees. Because when we did initially mobilize the refugees, we got a very high number of people who were interested. So this kind of initiative will be able to support many other youths, both refugees and Zambians.
And just when the Digest team was about to leave the Jewel of Africa, Edidia was asked if she was not worried about her nails. One thing that most ladies worry about.
About spoiling my nails? No, because they are making money. Yeah, they are making money. God gave me these fingers to use them, so I'm using them to make money. Nothing. I'm just okay.
For Edidia, her refugee status has not stopped her from pursuing her dream of bettering her life through this skill that many young ladies may not opt to go for. That is our story for this week on The Digest. And our take-home message for this week is that life is composed of ups and downs, and learning to get through the downs is key to being successful. And so, without obstacles, difficulties, struggles, and challenges, life wouldn't make much sense. You become stronger, more compassionate, and more grateful when you strongly believe in your capacity to persevere. So, persevere. I'm Francesca Piribanda. Thank you for the pleasure of your company. Goodbye, and God bless you.